Would you eat fish eyes? At this Icelandic restaurant, it's a dessert. Come with us on an adventure on the Westman Islands, where we meet up with the Codfather himself. Chef Gísli Matthías runs restaurant Slippurinn, proudly serving local food from the island. Gísli's a firm believer that pure luxury is eating something you can't find anywhere else. It's a family business, and it all starts with Gísli's father, who catches the fish. Fish collars are used at their seafood truck to make their signature cod wings, which they also have a fancy version of at Slippurinn. Here you'll eat every part of the cod, including the head, the bones, and the eyes. Gísli showed us his home island, took us seaweed foraging, and even cooked for us in a cave. It doesn't get more Icelandic than that. Keep watching to see the full a la cod menu and find out if we liked eating fish eyes. We took a ferry to the Westman Islands, a group of islands located in southern Iceland. We drove 2 hours from Reykjavik and then took a 40-minute ferry ride across the water. The islands are known for their unique landscape, formed by submarine volcanic eruptions. We braved the cold winds to take in the views of the majestic sea cliffs and the puffins. The main reason why we visited was to eat at restaurant Slippurinn. The name refers to the restaurant's location, in an old boat slip where boats were repaired and restored. Head chef Gísli Matthías opened Slippurinn in his hometown in 2012. It was one of only 2 restaurants back then. Slippurinn paved the way for the food scene on the Westman Islands, which are home to only 4,000 people. It started as a more simple restaurant, but over time developed into a really special place. Today, it's easily one of the top restaurants in the country. It's a restaurant that is culturally very important, as it represents the incredible quality and variety of produce available in Iceland. Chef Gísli is passionate about using every part of the cod, so our meal started with crispy cod skin topped with smoked cod roe and horseradish cream, and a cod liver pate with lamb andouille and rye crackers. The flavors here were so balanced, and we loved the texture contrasts. The following snacks were Arctic thyme cured halibut on a cracker made from spent grains with kohlrabi, lovage, and radishes, and a piece of cured Icelandic lamb filled with pickled blueberry, topped with aged cheese and a sunchoke chip. Gísli took us around the island and showed us a lot of the ingredients that would appear on our table later that day. While these puffins were not on the menu, we got to taste another seabird. Grilled guillemot was served with bilberry and black apple puree. This was so meaty, it tasted more like deer or whale than a bird. Then we had an egg custard made from the egg of the same seabird. A Westman Island-style chawanmushi was topped with XO sauce, pine needle sour cream, and a rye crumble. Chef Gísli Matthías has 2 other restaurants on the island, the casual bistro Nice and a seafood truck on the harbor. This is the perfect place to grab lunch on the Westman Islands. The food truck is open during the summer for 3 months, serving the best local seafood. The fish is freshly caught and delivered each day by Chef Gísli Matthías' father. We even got to go help his dad unload his haul of fish one day. Gísli operated the crane and hoisted tons of fish ashore. It doesn't get any fresher than this. Always on the menu at the food truck are Slippurinn's signature spicy cod wings. These are actually cod collars, the part of the codfish that is often thrown out. The fish is battered, fried, and glazed in hot sauce made from blackened chili peppers, fermented garlic, and spruce oil. The deep-fried collars are served with French fries and a variety of sauces, including the local favorite, cocktail sauce. Spicy buffalo cod wings. Wow. So good. Fish is so flaky. Slightly spicy hot sauce.
It's so juicy, so crispy. Cod wings, better than chicken wings.
Other dishes on the menu here include classics like fish soup, fish and chips, and a fried cod sandwich with tartar sauce. Who needs a fillet of fish when you can have Slippurinn's fish and chip sandwich? The flaky, crispy, battered cod is served on a buttered, toasted potato bun with hot sauce and arugula. Gísli's famous cod wings were turned on the menu at Slippurinn in a more refined way, served with young spruce hot sauce, pine needles, and a smoked buttermilk. The edge of the fish was crispy and caramelized like candy, with a juicy center. The cod was so fresh and flaked into pieces as we sunk our teeth in. If you want to make this dish at home, you can find the recipe in Slippurinn's cookbook. The cod tasting menu continued with the whole head of the cod. It was glazed and torched like a creme brulee. The tender pieces of cheek and the muscle under the eye were delicious. On the side, cod throats, cucachas, were fried in tempura and topped with angelica emulsion and pickled onions. This was our favorite piece of the cod. While we were out with Gísli, he took us foraging for seaweed and showed us all the different types that grow on the beaches of the Westman Islands.
So this we use quite a lot at the restaurant. To make an amazing broth from it. Sea lettuce, beautiful to make crackers or even just eat it like raw. These are the sea truffle. They have like a slight taste of uni and then black truffle.
Yeah.
The prices of sea truffles now are same kilo price as black truffles.
Really?
But when they're dried, so you need to pick a lot to have like a kilo.
Yeah.
This is nori, which is always used in sushi. The most used seaweed in Iceland. This is called söl or dulse.
A few seaweed-focused snacks on the menu include a seaweed tart with sea truffles, seaweed caviar, and beach herbs, a seaweed and mushroom broth, and a delicious bread serving with whipped caramelized butter topped with dried seaweed. Sea truffle and sugar kelp seaweed were also used in Slippurinn's mashed potatoes. These were served with a whole lemon sole, cooked in parchment paper, and topped with seaweed capers, radishes, and apples. The fish was great, but the foamy, creamy mashed potatoes stole the show with their rich truffle flavor. We could eat a huge pot of these potatoes alone. Gísli also served a special catch of the day, monkfish, in a fermented carrot sauce. The fish was ridiculously good, with such a meaty texture. To get the true Westman Islands experience, Gísli wanted to cook for us out in nature. You can imagine our surprise when he suddenly disappeared down a hole in the ground. We followed behind him, climbing into a mysterious tunnel of rocks, and found ourselves in a dark cave. Here we were greeted by a sweeping view of the Icelandic coast, complete with dramatic cliffs and puffins flying overhead. Gísli popped a bottle of wine for us while he started cooking a classic Icelandic dish.
This is ocean perch.
Ocean perch.
It's a type of red fish, also caught by my father yesterday.
And that's just butter you're spreading over it?
Yeah, but a little bit of fermented garlic.
Oh.
So I'm grilling some ocean perch just here in a cave. Gonna make some fish soup.
While the perch cooked, Gísli also grilled some Icelandic scallops. From the thermos he'd brought along, he poured out warm, creamy fish soup. When the fish had gotten a nice char, he took it off the grill and assembled the soup, topping it with roasted bay leaf oil. The last touch was some fermented apple for acidity. The soup was rich and comforting, the perfect dish in a chilly Icelandic cave. Back at the restaurant, it was time for dessert. The first used liquid nitrogen and was made to look like a lava eruption, with Om-Nom chocolate lava rocks, Arctic thyme panna cotta, white chocolate, and honeycomb pieces. And then a dessert that concluded the cod tasting menu, featuring a cracker made from roasted cod bones and a skyr and cod eye ice cream. We couldn't taste the cod eyes at all. They were just used as an emulsifier instead of egg yolk. We've never had so much cod in our lives, and never appreciated all the distinct flavors and textures that could come from one fish. We'd been wanting to visit Slippurinn for years. We had high expectations, but Gísli's cooking and creative use of local Icelandic produce blew us away. We highly recommend the journey to the Westman Islands. If you like our work, support us on Patreon, where we also have a food community called The Hungries. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more food and travel videos. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at Andershusa and Carnivore. Thanks for watching!